Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to Colony Survival. We are surviving. Zombies continue to attack every night, but we have plenty of guards, and we're going to be working on setting up some more traps and moving towards the Bronze Age. We're very close to the Bronze Age. We just need interesting, you need mud bricks. It's kind of a weird requirement, but we already have the Tablets of Ancient Wisdom, so we could go to the Bronze Age. But we're not going to quite yet because we need some more guards. I want a bigger stockpile of copper arrows, actually, because you need a lot of copper arrows. So I'm just going to preemptively make 2 more Fletchers, and we're going to go up to 3,000 copper arrows in stock. That will use a lot of planks. Hopefully we have enough plank makers here and enough logs. We're actually out of logs. That's interesting. Do I need a 4th forester even? I might. This is so many trees though. This is 3 foresters is 120 logs a day. Because the trees grow every day and there's 10 of them and that's 4 and they're 4 logs tall each, so that's 40 per forester. Ooh, these guys are getting kind of far. By the way, I need some more guards. Yikes. We'll just put a few here. And I will manually take this guy down. Where are you going, broski? Are you coming at me or are you coming at them? I don't know. He's dead. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay, so dropper traps. Those are fine. Okay, we're good on guards. Yeah, I guess I needed to pay attention. We're at 23k. 22.5 would be 15 bow guards. So yeah, I think. I don't know. Maybe those guards up there are not in the best position or something, but they seem like they get a lot of firing time. These guys aren't on the corner anymore. I guess that's kind of bad. They'll do better work on the corner, because then they can shoot back this direction too. So that might have been part of it, is the corner guys got less effective when I made the walls wider. Oh, I haven't extended the walls that direction yet. Definitely we'll need a second guard tower, Christophans, for sure. But I still want to figure out, what were we doing down here? Oh, the bread. We want to get the berry bread meal things going. So we need a few more tablets for that. I need more colony points. Blah. So many things. We'll sell some copper ingots, because I got plenty of those. Buy some more animal carcasses. Make sure we don't run out of leather and parchment. Okay. And then what? Okay, they're almost done with enough tablets for me to make bread. And I want to get that ironed out. And after that, I need a little bit more gold as well. Oh yeah, and the mud bricks. I need mud bricks. We'll just pop that up to 300. It's really cheap. It's just clay and firewood. And they go really fast too. It's only 8 seconds to make 4 of them. So, I mean, we should see the mud bricks just pouring in. Where are they? Here. Yep. Pouring in. And just so you can see what they look like, these are stone bricks. So it looks pretty cool. Obviously, kind of smaller brick. Cobblestone looks pretty nice too. That's kind of the classic castle wall feel. That's probably what I'll want to make most of my walls out of at some point. And then the black cobblestone, same thing, but very dark. I think I like the regular cobblestone better. Also, shouldn't they not be making black cobblestone? Yeah, maybe they did that before I set the priority where it is. Okay, bread. Complete. Ta-da! So then we need grindstones. That comes from the job block crafter. Everything else is in the stove. We can make the bread meals sacred. I'm not worrying about sacred points yet. And here we can see the priorities. I will always cook fish first, because fish are actually really efficient. Like we talked about last time. I already made that pun. Efficient. And then we need flower pots to make bread, and then the bread meals. We'll probably do it like that, actually. No, like this. We want putting bread meals together to be a very high priority, because the bread meals are so much more, you know, we get 3 meals out of it, and it only takes us 12 seconds shorter when we get bronze tools even to get a free meal. So I don't want them eating berry meals or bread by itself. I want them eating bread meals. So that's a high priority to put those things together. And then we need grindstones, which are made at the job block crafter. Let's make sure we're kind of up to snuff on all those things. There we go. How many grindstones do I need? I have no idea. We're gonna start with 2. They take 12.5 seconds to make a pot of flour and straw. I forgot straw was a thing. You get straw just as a byproduct. So let's think about how many wheat farmers do we have? We have 10. So 500 wheat a day. These guys plow through... 10, 20, probably about 25 of these recipes. So 75 wheat a day. So I need a lot more grinders. 75 wheat a day. And they're actually pretty similar to the primitive cooks in terms of how much they get through. So that will be 375 wheat a day of grinding. I need more than that. I can also remove these because there's no point in wheat porridge anymore. The future is now, old men. So those guys will make pots of flour. I need to hire some more peeps. And then these guys will cook the pot of flour with a pot of water, just like wheat porridge needed a pot of water. And they'll use a firewood instead of a plank, pot of flour instead of the 3 wheat. Gosh. These are loud. I don't like how loud the engineers are. I'm gonna stand over here, a little quieter. Maybe I should... Is the game too loud? Maybe the game's slightly too loud. I thought it was okay though. Before. Just go a little bit. Yeah, so these guys make the pots of flour. We'll go up to like 50 or even 75 on that. And then we should see pretty soon, we should see bread getting cooked and then bread meals getting made. Boom, baby. We got the bread. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this because it's beautiful. There we go. Bread meals. The thing that's weird is that you don't get any tools for grinders, and so bread meals actually get less efficient over time, which sounds backwards, but it's because berry meals never get any better. And so, and neither does making the pots of flour or the water gathering. I think cooked fish might actually end up being the best meal in the game, in the late game, because I don't actually remember. We'll look at the nerdy stat sheet soon, I promise. But anyway, I don't know how many cooks we need, and we still need more grindstones. So 500 wheat is going to be divided by 75. We said 4 is 300. That's 375. This is 450. And that's 525. So that's enough grindstones. That 500 wheat is going to make 166 flower pots. 166 flower pots times 5 seconds. 500. There it is, like 830 or something. 880. 830 seconds worth of making this recipe, which is about 2.5 colonists, a little less than 2.5, and then 166 of these. I'm starting to lose my numbers. And this is where nerdy stat sheet comes in. So this guy... Wait, why can't we see it? This guy, there it is. So this is the nerdy stat sheet that I've already kind of made a little bit of, and we need to add more recipes to the bottom, but over here, final product shows you how much time it takes of total colonist work time. And then on the left here is the product, the amount that you get from like one set. I'm assuming colonists get 340 seconds. I should pause the game. I'm assuming colonists get 340 seconds of work time. That's not quite right. They get less if the colonists have to walk really far to their job, and they get more if the colonists are really close. This might be a bit too high of an estimate. So you can kind of turn that down. You know, like I'm showing a forester essentially gets 40 logs in a day, but they take 340 seconds of work time. The main reason I show it that way, though, is to compare to job block colonists, which I think for the most part do get around 340 seconds a day, because they just go from their beds to their workplace, and they also are close to the grocery shop and tool shop now. So anyway, I've already plugged in kind of all the basic stuff up through bow guards. And so it gets interesting to look at, for example, copper arrows take 6.29 seconds to craft, whereas the slinger ammo only takes 1.75. And then if we scroll over, I have some more numbers, which show you the damage, the cooldown for that type of guard, the damage per production, and that represents the amount of damage you get per 1 second of colonist craft time. And you can see that you actually get more damage per second from people crafting stone sling bullets than from copper arrows. But then you look at the damage per second of the guard, and then you can overall see the damage per colonist is going to be higher. This essentially takes... I guess I could just add those two numbers to get damage per colonist second. What am I doing right here? Oh, no. This is actually different. Yeah. So what I'm doing... I guess it's pretty similar to just adding those two numbers. Now I'm curious. I'm just going to plug this in real quick. Sorry, I'll explain this. I can't do this and explain it at the same time. Add those two numbers, multiply by 300. Oh no, the numbers are gonna... Yeah, never mind, it's different. So let me explain. Because we know this number... Oh, I added the wrong two numbers. Anyway. This is the damage per crafting time, this is the damage per second of the guard, but guards only get 100 seconds, whereas colonists get like 340 seconds in, you know, so guards get less work time because they can't shoot the whole night, and the nights are shorter than the days. So all that put together, what this does is it essentially says, hey, you've got one colonist guarding, and if you were to multiply, if you were to essentially figure out the ratio of, like, if one colonist is guarding, you would only need 0.172 colonists making sling bullets to support him. That's what this number is calculating. So, like, how many colonists do you need to make 100 sling bullets? And it's this many. And then it essentially says, okay, so the amount of damage that you output, but then weighted down by how many extra colonists you need to make their ammo. So you really only get about 711 damage per night per colonist if you're going the sling route. And then you've got the same number down here for copper arrows, and you can see it's a lot higher. So at the end of the day, copper arrows are better, even when accounting for the extra work time to make copper arrows, but it's not as much better as you'd think, right? That's because copper arrows do take more work time. So this sheet is super helpful. I also look at sale amount of items that you can sell and kind of the points per second in terms of generation. Anyway, so yeah, to find out the berry meal stuff, we need to add some new items to the list. So what we'll do is we'll add, what do we need to add? I try to keep things together by job block, but I also realize we might need to add some rows in the middle. So we need to add the flower pot and the bread. So in the grindstone, all they can do is flower pots, right? So flower pot is 1, it takes 12.5, there is no tools available, so the tier of tool is 0. This is a little tricky to explain, it's just Excel formula stuff, so we're not going to worry about that. And then usually the minimum of the tool is 0, but there are some later that have a higher minimum, but nothing so far has a minimum tier of tool. The ingredient to a flower pot is wheat, 3 of them, and what else? I'm just looking right now. And an empty pot. But we actually don't put the empty pot in the recipe cost because it loops back. It's the bread that has the pot cost. Yeah, okay. So then flower pot, this is an intermediate. That gets it the nice color. Takes 3 wheat. And we'll fill this down too. Where did the color go? Uh-oh. My conditional formatting is sad for some reason. We'll fix that later. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why that stopped working. And then a meal, which is bread. You make 1 of them. The craft time was 5 seconds with copper tools, which means it's 20 seconds overall. The max tier of tool is steel in the stove. And then that requires flower pot, 1, water pot, 1, firewood, 1, and then it also requires empty pot because you only get a 95% chance to get both of them back, so that's the same as 0.1 actual clay pots used up. Whew. So there you go. And then we have meal, bread meal. I also need to change, sorry, my tool tier is copper now. What? Oh, never mind. That was already set correctly. Copper tools are a speed of 4. Once we get to bronze tools or iron tools, we can change our tool tier, and that will update all the times over here accordingly. And then bread meal is berry meal, 1, And bread 1. And that recipe time, shoot, what was that? 12 seconds, I think? Yeah. With copper tools, so that's 48 seconds without, and these are all the same numbers, blah, 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 and it makes 3. And you can see over here, 47.19 seconds total time. What's interesting to me is that wheat porridge, where is wheat porridge? Oh, wheat porridge is missing. Wheat porridge is strong AF. Look at this. Wheat porridge 1. The time was 48 seconds in a primitive thing. And it was 3 wheat. And a water pot. And a plank 1 and an empty pot 0.05 because it's only using one type of pot. So look at this. Bread meals are actually worse than wheat porridge. So I think the balance is a little off here. Once you get faster tools, like once we have bronze tools, that'll be tier 4. You can see that bread meals get a little better, but wheat porridge still is better. And let's look at steel tools. Wheat porridge still wins. So wheat porridge is actually the best. Let's look at fish. Tiers 2. Look at fish. Fish, raw fish. No tools. Oop, that goes here. And what was it? Or no, they could use stone tools, I think. I think it was 64 seconds. We'll have to go look. But I think it was 64 seconds, but you could use stone tools. Raw fish, not raw rish. And that's not a meal, that's an intermediate. And then the meal is cooked fish. We'll just call it fish. Yeah, we'll call it cooked fish. What's it called in the game? Let's call it the right thing. It's called cooked fish. And that is done in how many seconds? It's 10 seconds with copper tools. To make 1. That's in the stove. That uses a raw fish. And that is also a firewood. Yeah, look at that. 38.16. And that's with copper tools only. So literally the best meals in the game are just cooked fish. So yeah, there you go. That's the essence of... Now do I have to hit minimize? Will it go away? No, it doesn't. That's weird. Okay. So yeah, there you go. That is the nerd sheet stats. I told you we would look at it. I actually told you we'd look at it for dropper traps, but it turns out we were looking at it for meals. What's funny is that still didn't answer my own question though about how many stoves I need, because I didn't look at the numbers there. So let me look back on it real quick. So the bread, requires 53 each. Essentially, for each bread meal, we spend 12 seconds making the bread meal recipe, which requires a bread, which is another 5 seconds in a stove. So it's really 17 seconds for every 3 wheat goes through the stove. Okay. So for 500 wheat, that's 177 times... or 166 times 17 seconds. Well, we're gonna pop open the calculator for that. 177 times 17, I keep saying 17, it's 166 wheat, groups of 3 wheat, pots of flour, times, clear. Calculator's going off the rails. 166 times 17, 2822. We're gonna divide that by 340. That says 8.3 stoves. There you go. You heard it here first, kids. 8.3. I'm just going to call that 8. We're going to move our engineers over and call it a day. Wow. Okay. That was an investigation. But I think we should be good now. I'm also going to move these over because this just looks nicer if they're here. Stonemasons aren't all that valuable. They can stand wherever they want, I guess. And yeah. So we should be good on meals for a little while. Because this does have the added impact of making berry meals more valuable. I probably can remove some berry farmers now. I do need to think about it though, because we're almost done with the math. We have 10 wheat farmers, so that's 500 wheat, we already said. So that's 166 bread. So we also need 166 berry meals per day. Ooh, that's a lot, actually. Holy crap. These guys are only gonna make, like, what is that, 80 or 90, roughly? You make like 4 to 4.5 a day. 5 if they're lucky. So we need more like 30 berry farmers. Or 35 even. Okay. But we should be good to go for quite a while. Because if we are making that many, 166 of each, that's then going to make triple, which is like 500 meals a day. We don't need 500 meals a day. We don't even have 200 colonists yet. So for now we're fine, but that's good to have the numbers in my head for later. Dave, how many colonists to change a light bulb? That is a good question. Clearly we don't know. Goodness. That was a lot of math. I apologize if whoever you are watching, don't like math, because that was a lot of it. The good news is we're done for now. We also got chicken meals that we can do all sorts of math on later. Chicken farmers, barley farmers, and cabbage farmers. I'm sure we'll do more math at some point with all of that to see if they can compete. But technically fish. Fish are the best, we learned. And I need some gold ingots. Let's make some gold. Where did all my gold go, by the way? I thought I bought some already. I'll buy 20. Oh, you need some for dropper traps. That's what it is. You need 1 ingot per dropper trap. Yeah. Okay, what else do I need? I think we're good. I'm gonna make a few more bow guards. I'm gonna do 25 in reserve. I need to get some more colonists hired. What's my bed solution? Like, I want these colonists to be able to get out this way. I'm breaking through. Okay, wait, this is the wall, this is the middle. So if they can get out this way, that seems like a good thing to me. So this will be staircase. Where are we gonna pop into? We're next to the walls, it looks like. Look at those beautiful shadows and light rays. I can't really complain about this game's graphics too much. They're pretty cool. Where even are we? I think I'm inside a moat. Crap. Yep, we're inside. Oh, we're literally right by the center. Oh, no, we're outside the walls. Oh, shoot. LOL. This is outside the walls. Well, that's inconvenient. Well, that's pretty useless. Just kidding. Seal that up. Okay. So if that was outside the wall, really, we kind of want one like, I don't even know, over here, maybe? Yeah, we'll do this. Right in the middle of some berry farms. They can deal. The colonists can get out that way. I think that'll make it a little better. And then I'll probably do some more beds this way now, because we have an extended safe zone. I think I can do 2 more chunks. Yeah, okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and that'll be 12. 3 diggers. Beds, beds, beds. Gotta have the beds. How are the writers doing? Looks like we finally have our 15 scroll shelves. I want to let them build up scrolls of knowledge for a while before I require them to build more scroll shelves. Freaking bread meals all over the place. It's beautiful. We've run out of wheat, which was to be expected. I think even if I had enough berry meals, I would still run out of wheat. But that's a good problem to have. Even have some extra cooked meat. So, we're good on meals for a while, I think. Am I good on water pots? I didn't actually think about that. 166 a day. I have 3 water gatherers. Yeah, I think we're good, actually. I think that math checks out. Dropper traps hold 3 ammo only. So this is enough ammo for 50 traps? Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Okay. We're getting close. We'll go ahead and research jewelry, which is made in the copper anvil here. I will have a little bit made, but it's really not important. So you can sell it for a decent amount, I think. What does it sell for? 23? We could weigh it against Scrolls of Knowledge. That might be interesting to do with our nerdy stat sheet, but we can do that later. For now, I think we just want to prepare for the Bronze Age. So that means a lot more guards. So let me hire to fill beds. We're going to make a new guard tower, and we're going to plop down all 12 guards on it. So you guys... Of course I fell in. For now, I'm just going to put these dudes over here so they can shoot at these zombies that come in there. And this guard tower is going to be a little bigger. Maybe 6 by 6? Or even 7 by 7? And it'll kind of be up a little bit. how big is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 8. 8 feels good. Maybe it won't be quite as deep. As it is. Or it'll be longer than it is wide. I don't know. Okay. Grab some more planks. Staircase. And then we'll have the same kind of tiered approach. So the guards can shoot over each other. You don't have to do it that way. I mean, you probably would after a couple tiles back. They wouldn't be able to see down. But really, I just like the way it looks. And it does feel more realistic because if you don't do that, the guards would be shooting each other, which I don't love. So, okay, so we got 8 and 6. That's 14 right there. That puts us at... Oh, and I need the other 4 that I've placed over to the left. I guess left is that way to you guys. Or is it? Is that the right way? Yeah, that way. That's weird. Anyway, 32 guards times 1500 damage a night is... what? 45k. 48k damage. I think we might be okay. That's not even counting my 6 slingers, which we learned, or we know, do about 833 a night. So those guys also are like 4 or 6,000 alone as well. So yeah, I think we'll be okay. So let's hit it. Hit the button. What's the worst that can happen? So the Bronze Age is pretty epic. It unlocks bronze tools, which require bronze ingots for obvious reasons, and planks. And then bronze ingots are a combo of 2 copper ingots, a tin, not a 10 ingot though, that there's no 10 ingot, and then firewood. So, and they take a long time. You can see 400 seconds without tools. So you need a lot of places making bronze for bronze stuff. But we can purchase tin for 35 points, or we can mine it out of a mountain. And so our first outpost will be a mountain outpost, probably over there, to mine tin out of the mountain sustainably, but for now we'll just have to purchase it manually. I'm not going to worry about that yet. The first thing we're going to worry about is defending. So the Sacred Failsafe now says 55k. And we said we had enough for 48k plus another like 4. So yeah, I actually need a few more bow guards even after all that. Thankfully it's daytime, so we'll make a few more. And your new tower can shoot over the wall. I did notice that. I was going to make this wall a little taller. I don't think I'll be able to avoid that completely, because they're pretty high up there. But if I make this 2 tiles higher... The reason I mainly don't want them doing that is because... I mean, it's probably okay, because they do... guards naturally prioritize closer enemies, and so I kind of want them focusing on these guys. So since they prioritize closer enemies anyway, they will, I guess, focus in this area. And should I put slingers up here? I don't know. I mean, part of me says yes, part of me says no. I think 1 or 2 is going to be more efficient than none. So I'll put 1 there and 1 there. And we'll say that he can shoot between. I would never want to do 3 deep. You could sort of imagine archers being 2 deep because they can be staggered, but being 3 deep wouldn't make much sense. Unless they have vertical height to shoot over the other guy's head. Alright, let's get the little step blocks up our guard tower. Put some torches on it. Make it look a little more menacing. Zombies aren't gonna know what hit them. But yeah, tonight is gonna be the night of many, many, many zombies. That is for sure. I'm excited to see, though, how many it actually is. And they can walk under this, right? Yeah, that's fine. We also can plopper some more dropper traps. Although I don't know how I feel about this, because this being this early, the dropper traps are going to become a main part of the defense. And if they're less efficient, that's maybe not a great idea. I probably would want more traps at this point in this area, or even like right here, kind of at the end of their path. I put a lot of traps before they get to the lockboxes and steal all my riches. But we'll leave them there for now. That'll stoke up some extra damage, right? They will overkill enemies, which is a thing to think about. But if they get lucky and don't do a ton of overkilling, that's 1,500 damage each. So that's 7.5k of damage right there, if they don't do too much overkill. If they end up doing overkill, that could be as little as 75 times 5 damage, because if they kill the gray zombies, they'll be massively overkilling. But yeah, look at all this research we unlocked. So now we can get brass, which is an alloy, copper, zinc, and firewood, used for other things. Astrolabe is used to find biomes, very helpful, now that we are moving towards outposts, which is a huge part of the game that we haven't even gotten to yet, and that's establishing extra outposts that you can collect other resources in. As far as I know, there's 4 exterior types, or 3. There's mountains, there's marshes, there's heaths, and there's mammoth trees. So yeah, 4. We're gonna need to make 4 outposts to get all of the resources. There's projectile traps, which shoot sideways, and they do a lot of damage. 2,500 damage up every 10 seconds. And they can store up to 10 ammo, which is all pretty awesome. And they only trigger on monsters with at least 1,000 HP, so they can't accidentally do massive overkill on a gray zombie. So projectile traps are pretty awesome. We'll have to do the math to see how worth it they are, because the ammo is 8 copper ingots per ammo, which is crazy. Crossbows are awesome, and we'll have to work towards that. Ropes you use in making other things. Sacred point storage, so we can have more sacred points. Chicken meals we actually can work towards sooner rather than later, but I want to see if they're very efficient before I focus on that. And then bricks we already talked about. So yeah, there you go. All sorts of cool stuff unlocked. I am going to actually add those beds first, and then I'm going to add some beekeepers. Is it on this level? I can't remember which level. Yeah. Yep. Okay, throw the beds in. Doobly-doo. Pillars. Porch right there. That gets me up to 200. Boom, baby. Click. That's kind of fun. 200 colonists, 201 threat. Look at all these guys doing work. Guys and girls, I should say. They are gender unspecified. We don't have any more bow guards, which is a bit concerning, actually, the way I prioritized this. And we're probably not, we're already too late in the night, I think, to make any. So hopefully we have enough. Plenty of meals, I hope. Engineers catching up on making those traps. It's pretty slow. Each dropper trap is 120 seconds. And yeah, you can see they're really starting to drain these scroll racks because I don't have quite enough to sustain them all. And I do have, where are they? 47 scrolls of knowledge. So I think I'll place down 4 more scroll racks. Because I also am going to need some more colony points soon. I'll sell linen. We actually have a lot of extra linen. Buy some more animal hides. And buy some more gold. We're going to need that for a few things. And then the other thing I want to do is buy a bunch of tin. To make some initial bronze ingots. So we'll buy as much tin as we can. And now we need to go see if our defenses actually hold off. And then smelting bronze, I will also have... We'll have a limit, actually, on bronze, but a higher priority. Okay. So, first question I have is, are there tougher zombies coming at us? We've got the 2 wingers. We already know about those, but I wonder if the next tier of zombies is going to run at us at all tonight. I don't see any yet. I wonder if the next one triggers at 200 and we'll get like one of them tonight or something. Ooh, projectile traps already shooting. You can see they're reloading. And they turn yellow when they're partially full of ammo. Okay, I think... Yeah, see, the nice thing about having those slingers is they take out the grays or the low healths before they get to these traps. So I do think these traps have done some good work. But, not quite enough, apparently. Run away! And then this corner is where they get to this firing squad, so... I don't think they're gonna get too far tonight. It's midnight now. Ooh. We made it past the first volley. Don't see any other types of zombies yet. But there are a lot of the brown ones, and a lot of the red ones too, which are 250 health each. But yeah, I think we're actually holding off pretty well so far. I think we over-prepared a little bit, but that's the better direction to go. It's a beautiful sound. Like machine gun arrows. Sweet. Okay. Our first night over 200 threat. I think we held off just fine. Totally fine. This is probably the last big one. Oh, nope, there's another one. But he'll get wrecked because there's nobody else to shoot. So yeah, look at that. Oh, one more. It's starting to get light outside. I'll punch him. Yeah, okay. So into the Bronze Age we go. Obviously bronze tools are the #1 thing that you want because faster tools make so many jobs faster. So we already have the priority on bronze ingots here. And then the next thing is the tool makers will want a priority on bronze tools for sure. And we'll want to go up to 35 bronze tools as well, I think. And because you need a lot of points, I think I'm going to expand... I'm going to expand this sideways, because I think we're starting to... The room's getting a little long in that direction. So we're going to expand this whole area. This way. Let's see, 3 squares for a walkway. So 1, 2... And then we're going to do 8 and 1, so 9 more. So 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, digger. And then all the way over here, 726. And we'll just fill that up with construction jobs. And then we can put some more guys to the side here, rather than back further that direction. Because I want another row of riders to get us a bunch of points. Because more points means more tin, and then I can put off making an outpost a little bit longer. Oh shoot, I didn't go high enough. Crap. Cancel the job, cancel the job. I don't know how I missed that. We want the job to be up here. Ah, okay, hopefully that's good enough. I actually think that would have been more than 1,000 blocks if we had started that way, so hopefully this is okay. Guess I'll have to do this part by hand. But look at that, they're just tearing it up. The stone melts before their pickaxes. I would love if they held tools, depending on what job they're doing. You know, they do have the colored outfits, but holding tools would be pretty cool for the final product. This is still in early access after all. Alright, come on. Get your jobs done, people. I got things to do. Almost there. And done. Nice. Okay, so 3 wide pathway. And then we can put the crates. There we go. And I would like another bank of 8 riders facing the correct direction, please. And that'll get me more points. These guys are working on those bronze ingots, looks like. Because of bronze ingots being a thing, I will need more furnaces too. I'm going to start with 4 more. Because bronze ingots take a really long time. You know, if you compare, right, even with copper tools, it's 15 seconds versus 100, and you need 2 copper ingots to make a bronze ingot. So you really start to run out of copper ingots quick. Which means I'm going to need more copper miners too, so we'll look at all those numbers at some point. For now, I'll just add 4 furnaces and call it a day. And yeah, so we should see some bronze tools. Yep, bronze tools are being made, which is good. It is 2 bronze ingots per tool. So we're going to need a lot, or yeah, 2 ingots per tool, and each bronze ingot is 1 tin. So each 10 that I buy is only half of a bronze tool. Plus it uses up a bunch of copper. I might even make 4 more of these. I will need them. And how is firewood holding up? 300 is our number, right? Yeah, I think we're okay. Oh, I never made another log doodad. You're gonna need that. Ah, you just need all the things, and this is when it, you know, it already starts to feel like Factorio a little bit. So we need more max colonists. I'm gonna need more beds. So I might actually dig out a section underneath this work floor. So that is, this is not the floor, this is the work. Well, that's the same level as that. This is the work floor level. This will be the roof over their heads. And then these 2 squares then are the hallway. Okay. So then this will be the hallway. We'll go this way. I should really come up with a new system. I think what I'll do is we'll start with a giant area. And what I'll do is make walls inside the area with constructors rather than digging out a bunch of separate areas. We'll just do it this way. Yeah, so I need the actual diggers to stand here. And then we'll go back a crap ton. I don't know how much. Probably until we get to unsafe territory. Which we still haven't gotten to. What's up, Etherean? It looks heavily inspired by Minecraft. Yes, that is the way it looks, but the game is really nothing like Minecraft. The similarities mostly stop with the looks. Okay, so banner tool shows we're still in the safe zone. That's what happens if I turn off my flashlight. Okay, so there's the unsafe zone, so we'll close that up. And then I want to dig from here all the way to here. Oh, perfect, 744, so I didn't go past the max area. And then we'll need some crates for people. And shoot, I need people. Let's unemploy... Who? Unemploy some cooks. We have plenty of food. We have 889 meals. Yeah, I mean, Ethereum, it's kind of like if you took Minecraft kind of building style, which is really all it has in common. And I mean, you know, a lot of games have like crafting in common, so I don't even think that's really a Minecraft-inspired thing. But it's like, you know, the cubic blocks like Minecraft, plus some tower defense elements, plus like almost Factorio-esque elements in the production chains. And yeah. Is it like Factorio or Minecraft where you make even the most complex built-in block as a single item? Or where you have to build blocks in place from intermediates? I'm sort of struggling to understand what you mean by that. I mean, the most complex stuff, like later on, you know, like steel and gliders, they are made out of a bunch of parts, but they're still made in a job block, like everything else. So I don't know exactly what you're asking there. gosh, there's so many zombies. I wish we had a kill count. I want to know how many we're taking out. And look at all of them. Okay, guard tower number 2. It's gonna have to do some work. Wow, there's a lot more coming through tonight. Maybe the previous night wasn't 200 threat. Because there's a lot more getting further tonight. I actually rounded that corner, even with this massive firing squad. Ooh, are they gonna get him? Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Oof, that was close. So yeah, there are also, I think we talked about this before, but there are alarm bells that we can unlock somewhat soon. Or did I already unlock it? Might have already unlocked it on accident. No? Where is it? There it is. And so we could place one of those like right here, for example, and we would hear an alarm if they got this far. So that's pretty helpful. Alright. Looks like we survived the night, but we're starting to get pretty close on the guards. I also don't know if I have enough Fletchers, actually. 32 Bogards, and we have 8 Fletchers, which is 1/4. My nerd sheet says we need 0.37. We need about 1/3 as many Fletchers as Bogards. But at the same time, we didn't use that much ammo. The amount of ammo that we actually used was we had 2,800 and we went down to 1,600. We only used 1,200 shots. So that's 120 of these. 120 times 20 is exactly 8 Fletchers. What do you know? But I don't like to cut it close. So we'll do 4 more Fletchers for now. All bowmen did not fire constantly, Ethereum. Like, the guys on our second guard tower, they didn't even start shooting until pretty late in the night. The ones on top of the walls, though, were firing pretty much constantly. In Factorio, you can mine a turret, put it in a chest as a turret item, then later build it. Industry. Oh, yeah. It's more like Minecraft or Factorio, where the building itself is one item. It's not like Satisfactory, where you build the building out of a bunch of separate items. You assemble all those separate items together with a job block, and then you place the whole thing later. Anywho, what were we? Oh, yeah, the underground area. Okay, so these dudes are, mining out this whole area. Yeah, assembling buildings can be cool in place. That's more for games. It wouldn't really work in this game because the buildings themselves, I mean, it could work, honestly. I don't know if it would make the game that much better or worse. It would just be different. Like Against the Storm. You know, when I played Against the Storm, it was like that, where, you know, you place down a building that needs 20 bricks and a bunch of wood, and your dudes have to carry the wood from your stockpile to there, and all the other ingredients from the stockpile to there, and then finally, once they've done that, someone can come along and actually do the construction. So Against the Storm is that way. But yeah, we're gonna dig this whole area out now. Whew, this is a big... Lots of space for beds here. I don't know why I hired that many. I don't even have that many colonists. But, yeah. So what I want to do is... we're going to have a back wall. So this will be the corner. Maybe I'll start kind of like right here. And they'll still be arranged like so. And then this will be backed as well. And I'm out of beds. That's a good problem. Okay, so then what I want to do is a builder area. I think I want the log walls. And we'll do that with some construction jobs. I'll put a crate there. And then builder area, log wall. Behind all of them. Go to there. Oh, I actually need a staircase back here, because I want this to go up to the colony. So we'll put a staircase here on the back. But yeah, there we go. There's some extra space. We'll recruit, I don't know, 220, 230. Yeah, there we go. 230 is good for now. Yeah, Against the Storm is pretty sweet, B. Jonas. Highly recommend it. What else do we need? It looks like we smelted all of our tin. Yep. We do have some Scrolls of Knowledge. That's good. So we can buy some more tin. Try to get some more tools. And I'm just going to go out on a limb and throw down another 2 copper miners, I think. I don't know how many I actually need. Is this low enough also? Yeah, this is low enough. I can't go lower though. I'll put the copper miner there. There's some. Oh, but I can't. Yeah, I don't love that because you can't see above their heads. Let's see if there's any down here. Looks like there's none down there. Okay. Well, fine. One there, there's one there, one here. Fill that in. Crate, crate, crate. Torch. Okay. And I do think we need to call it a YouTube episode, but we have some bronze tools starting to show up in our base, which is wonderful, and we will need to continue growing that, so I'll probably even need more tool crafters potentially. I want these guys to have bronze tools though. You can also see bronze tools have 5,000 seconds of use, so they last a lot longer than copper tools, which is nice. But yeah, I'll call it a YouTube episode, so as always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next episode.